Bike fitting is a frequent topic amongst triathletes, and for good reason. We spend a lot of time on the bike, and it's often one of the biggest determining factors on whether or not we do well in a race or not. In this video, I'll talk to Tyler about where to get a bike fit, different things to consider in terms of the structure of your body, how comfortable and experienced you are on the bike, as well as your flexibility. And that will change how you get your bike fitted and whether or not you should go in for another bike fit 6 months plus down the line after your first one. All right, so let's switch gears to bike fits. What is something you would recommend people really look at, one for that you've done in your bike fit that's really given you a lot of gain and improvements in your fit or your biking? And what would you recommend for other people?
So first off, I'd recommend as soon as you do get a bike to get a proper bike fit. This can be from the bike shop you get it from or just a local fitter. You really need somebody who can do, you either need to know your body really well, like you do, or somebody who can give you a full mobility test and like feel like they can get you in the proper positions. From there, you can keep that bike fit for anywhere from about 6 months to a year, and I recommend getting refit, especially if it's your first time trial purchase. It's a very different position, especially in all of your back, all the way from the high to your low back, your hips. It's a lot more aggressive than a road bike that they're used to. Yeah. So that first TT bike, the first fit should usually be a little bit more conservative, and then you come back 6 months or a year later for kind of like dialing you into more of a perfect fit once your body gets more accustomed to it.
Yeah, that's definitely a good point, because I mean, I bought my bike from the bike shop that you were working at, and you fit me early on, but before that I had never ridden a tri bike, so like you said, even though despite I know my body, I had no idea what to expect or look for on that. Now about a year later, I think, you fit me today, and I'm feeling much better, and I know what I'm looking for in terms of comfort for fit, because I've spent a lot more time on the bike.
Exactly.
So yeah, that's definitely some good points there.
Yeah, that first fit, you don't know what that's supposed to feel like just yet. And now that you've been able to be on the bike for a year, you're like, okay, this feels wrong, or that doesn't feel good, or I want this handlebar turned in just a little bit.
Yeah, and certain things will change. Is like you get more comfortable in that position, your body will actually change, and the strength of certain positions is going to change, so you'll want your position, which might have been perfect early on, changes later, right? So,
yes.
Kind of talk about how that changes a little bit, because I know you had mentioned something about how your hamstring flexibility plays a big part into your fit and how it can change over time.
Yeah, so my personal own fits, I had a pretty good bike fit, and then or a pretty good bike position in my own fit, and then you just have to get more real with your body and your own body's limitations. Personally, I have very tight hamstrings, very tight calves, just growing up a runner. That does not allow me to get into a very aggressive position and utilize my hamstrings. Once I was able to have my bike fit checked out by one of the best fitters in the country, we were able to determine that I was very quad dominant in that, and it kind of made sense once he had me on the floor doing all the mobility stuff, and then he saw me on the bike. Okay. It kind of lines up with like, hey, this is why your bike looks like this, because of this is what you have. Now that can change, but you have to be realistic in the moment with this is what we're working with. So from there, we're working on a lot of hamstring flexibility, hamstring strength, so just get me a little bit longer down there so that I can handle a more aggressive position, be able to push more power, utilize those big muscles.
Yeah. What kind of mobility stuff did he have you doing to check out like what's good or where you're at, basically?
So in the mobility part of it, it was a lot of just static stuff on the floor, just to see my range of motion and see like, hey, how far can I bring my leg over being up on a wall? How high can I bring my feet up on the wall, keep my butt against the wall, stuff like that, just to see like naturally what is my pure range of motion. And then some actual like functional stuff, so some squatting, just to see what my body, how I kind of compensated for that. And it records you for that, and you see it. And I already knew I'm not the best in the gym with overall strength wise, but seeing myself squat and actually looking specifically at my ankles and my hips and how everything kind of tilts forward and I don't really come down, it brought up a lot of things to work on.
Gotcha. I hope you guys found this useful. My name is Connor Ganser, Doctor of Physical Therapy. Hit the like down below and subscribe.